Hey there everybody, Reed here, conductor at Orchestra Farm, coming to you on, I guess it's the 3rd of May in 2022. Look at that little potato just coming up. We use this mulch hay here as part of our potato patch, and I guess a couple little ones stayed in it. That in general is bound to happen. And in this spot over here where we got the garlic coming up, you can see another little potato just over here that's coming up, because it's really hard to get all the potatoes out of the ground. With that, one of the things I wanted to chat with you about, besides all of the excess water, we are getting, this is basically a floodplain down here, is in after the lake. I don't know if you can see the water moving across, but it's going, there's some flow that's happening there. And I was listening the other day to, I think it was Fireside Freedom with Amy Dingman and a bunch of other lovely people, and the topic of communicating online came forward, and this notion of people who aren't involved in the conversation. And I was like, ooh, it struck me, because although I'm making these little videos here and engaging with, those of you who watch them and such, I am not a frequent typer, as in I'm not going to sit at my computer all the time or on my phone and type up a big message or really engage all that often in written conversation. Like, I'm an author, and you can go buy my book at bendingreads.com, and that'd be great if you would. But typing is not really my favorite thing. I prefer actually sitting with a pen and paper and, inking it out. However, and I'd like to think that making these videos is a form of communication, and it's not just sharing a link to something. And in reality, that's what it is. I'm loving that the raspberries are starting to perk back up after getting transplanted here. That's lovely to see. But I so enjoy listening to many of the different conversations that happen through different podcasts, because I'm listening while I'm working, people. I don't know about you, but I got a busy life. You might wonder, hey Reed, I thought you were going to have some regular, videos coming out and updates on different things in your life. And there's a truth to that, for sure. I'm also noticing that right now, from having moved earlier this year and still setting up my new place, along with getting ready to have a third child, which is mind-boggling at times, that my plate is really full, and I'm still working on adapting my schedule with all of the work and family and setting up things for the chickens and dealing with the farm here, that I could be more engaged with y'all. With that, I think there's a balance in life, and sometimes recognizing that you would like to show up more, and certain things are happening that are prohibiting that a bit. Because I also like to sleep. Some friends are like, do you ever sleep, Reed? It looks like you're just constantly going and doing different things. And I do, but I think of it as those mini successes. If you've watched some of my other videos, you know that I talk about spending 5 minutes doing something. Wow, this part of the farm is in serious need of help. You see all that grass there? Ouch. It's so wet. It might be hard to see right here, but still not sure that the tractor can actually get down here and not get stuck. I'd hate to get another vehicle stuck getting the tractor out. That's terrible when that happens. But I really optimize those 5 minutes, which is why these videos, this one's approaching 5, are pretty short like that. Because I am trying to get a lot of things in my life. I don't know if we're seeing these lovely flowers here. Some tulips I put in the ground a couple years ago. Lovely to see them coming back. And this raspberry patch is extending itself lovely. These are all new growth here. and that's a thornless variety. But there's so much to do, and it can feel like we're not doing enough. And sometimes, even when we hear people that we're in some ways looking up to or glad to be on a similar, different journey with, and you hear things that maybe like make you think, am I doing enough, or am I involved enough, or oh, am I just that jerk who isn't actually engaging in conversation but is like distracting with a link? Well, maybe I am. And if I go along with Jack Spirko's idea of being a jerk, that's not a bad thing. It can be a good thing. Are you accomplishing more in your life, or thinking more and getting more creativity in and having more fun in your life from watching any of these videos that I've put out there? If so, I feel like my purpose for them is successful. So I hope that this is actually a bit of a conversation. I hope that you're enjoying these videos and seeing the farm and other parts of my life and the life of those around me come together. That's right, in case you caught that earlier, I'm having another kid. Wild. So I expect my life to have different levels of chaos coming forward, and if my scheduling these videos isn't quite as regular this year as I'd like it to be, those are part of the reasons why. I mean, this is not like at this time creating any income. It's out of a joy of wanting to communicate with you and feeling the distance on the earth between me and many of you out there that I've known over the years, and wanting you to still have a little peek into my life and my thought sequences that take place. With that, I gotta go get to work. It's another big day ahead. I hope you're out there having too much fun. Thanks for subscribing and liking the videos and commenting. Let me know what you think of that for conversating online or typing compared to writing. I know that's kind of old school, but I'm curious about it. And you're involved with like, how do we have better conversations? And with all that, you can also check out my websites, orchestrafarm.com for what's happening here, and bendingreeds.com for my own personal stuff, whether that's my book that I've written. There's going to be some music released this year. I just need to get my act together a little more to put it out there. Anyway, have too much fun.